Sydney Mojan, informative speech. Hello, my name is Sydney Mojan, and today I'm going to be talking to you about why I like to play the game of golf. I'm going to be informing you on some of the history, a few of the rules, and some of the equipment you'll need in order to play the game of golf. First, I'm going to start with some of the history. Golf was first invented in Scotland and was first played in the year 1552. Golf was not originally called golf, it was first called goof, spelled G-O-U-F, which then transitioned into colf, spelled C-O-L-F. Colf is the Scottish word for stick. Back when golf was first starting, they had to make their own clubs out of wood. Nowadays, golf clubs are made in big factories, usually made out of metal or graphite. If you want to know more about golf history, you can go to www.igfgolf.org, and you can also go to www.scottishgolfhistory.org. The place that you play golf at is called a golf course. On the golf course, you'll find that there are usually 9 to 18 holes. Each hole has a different par. There's par 3s, par 4s, and par 5s. Par 3s are the shortest and easiest holes. Par 4s are the medium and medium difficulty, and par 5s are the longest and most difficult holes. On the golf course, the first thing you'll come across is a tee box. The tee box is where you make your first shot. You will then find either the fairway or the rough. The fairway is the nice clean cut grass, and the rough is the area surrounding it that's much shakier and much more difficult to hit out of. Then you will come to the green. The green is flat and has thin grass, and there's a hole in the green with a flag in it to mark where the hole is at. You will also see that there are sand bunkers and water hazards. Sand bunkers are generally located around the green and sometimes found in the fairways and the rough. The water hazards, on the other hand, can be found anywhere. When it comes to scoring in golf, it's much different than other sports. Other sports, you want to score as many points as possible, but in golf, you want to score the least amount of points as you can. So the goal is obviously to take the least amount of strokes possible. In order to know if you score, they have this thing called par. Par is the amount of strokes that it should take you in order to get your ball in the hole. If you receive a par, you've received a perfect score. If you receive one less than par, you get a birdie. If you receive one more than par, you get a bogey. If you get two more than par, it's called a double bogey, and so on. Now, everyone's dream is to get a hole-in-one. It's not the easiest thing to do, but when you do, it means it took you one stroke to get your ball in the hole. So, that means is you went from the tee box to the green in one stroke. Some of the equipment that you'll use in golf is your golf balls, your tees, and your golf clubs. A golf ball can only be 1.68 inches big and can weigh no more than 1.62 ounces. Your golf clubs, you'll have your drivers, your irons, your wedges, and your putter. Your driver is what you'll use on the tee box, and it will make the ball go the furthest. When you use your irons, you have 3 grips. You have your long irons, your mid irons, and your short irons. The long irons are club numbers 3, 4, and 5, and we'll usually use them between the 200 to 100 yards away from the green. When you use your mid irons, those are the medium length clubs, club numbers 6 and 7. Those you'll use from about 150 to 100 yards away from the green. Then you have your short irons. Those are club numbers 8 and 9. You will use those from 100 yards to about 65 yards away from the green. When you approach the green, you'll use your wedges. You have 2 of them, your pitching wedge and your sand wedge. Your pitching wedge is generally used around the green, and your sand wedge is generally used for the sand bunkers, but you can use either one you're more comfortable with for any of the shots. Then, once you get to the green to put your ball in the hole, you'll use your putter. Now, some extra things that you'll have is you'll have your golf bag to carry all these things, and you'll have your golf balls, and you can also have a golf glove, and you can have golf shoes to wear, and you can also hang a golf towel on your bag. In golf, there are many rules. Some rules may result in a penalty. When you are on the golf course, you'll find that there are many hazards. There is sand, water, trees, rocks, basically anything you can't hit your ball out of cleanly. So if you're in a sand bunker, they have their own special rule. And what that is if you are in the sand bunker, you can't touch the club to the sand until you are hitting your ball out. So if your club accidentally touches the ground first, then you'll have to take a 1-stroke penalty. If your ball ends up in the water, you will not be able to hit it out. So therefore, you'll have to take 2 club lengths back from the water, drop a new ball if your first ball was not retrievable, and you'll continue on with a 1-stroke penalty. Then, if you are trying to hit your ball but you miss and glaze over it, they call that a whiff. So once you do make contact with the ball, you'll have to add that 1-stroke penalty because you were trying to hit your ball but you didn't. Another example would be if it took you 5 strokes to complete the hole and your ball ended up in the water on one of those, you'll have to add 1-stroke penalty because your ball landed in the water. If you want to learn more about the rules of golf, you can go to www.usgamuseum.com. Who are the types of people that play golf? Anyone. There's professionals such as Tiger Woods, there's amateur leagues, youth leagues, collegiate leagues, and people who just like to play at their leisure. Why would anyone want to play golf? Because it's fun. You get to be outside and get plenty of fresh air. You meet lots of new people. And it's good exercise. If you play an 18-hole round of golf, you can possibly walk up to 8 miles. You now know a little bit about the game of golf. I hope that one day you too try and play.